day this time. Flip, hold on. Okay. So, I also have, thank you for being 21 subscribers. Okay, whoops. Damn, didn't mean to pop that up. But, come back into this. And then, this one. Okay, I am late, but I got a ride home today. And then, I had to walk down the ice, and there was more ice than there was before, like yesterday. It was yesterday. Totally yesterday. Holy damn. It was just as scary. No, it was a little less scary than going down the mountain on a bike, because I'm like that far off the ground, and yeah, there was more distance and more cause of error than, you know, slipping and cracking my skull just by falling on the ice. Because I have nice reactions. A new update is available now, bringing several changes, fixes, and experimental features. Check out the highlights from this release. Okay. 1.21 features include trail chambers and the breeze. Trial chambers and the breeze. I have no idea. Armadillo and wolf armor. Wait, how do you get the wolf armor? Fixes to over 90 bugs. See the full list of changes at... Okay. I will report new bugs. If I find them, I'll stream them. And I'll point out. I'll be like, what the hell is this? Pandemonium. See if there's anything free really quick. But anyways, it was scary going down the mountain with ice all over the side of the road. Nothing that I see is for free. Oh, so sad to be where there's nothing that is free. Alrighty, so moving on. So we started the Easy Reward program at work, and I talked to, was it the district manager, and he asked me some questions and I actually knew the answer, and he was impressed, and I wanted to do the victory, you know, like flex, but I tried not, and like he asked, he was like, are you excited about the Easy Rewards? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, how excited? I was like, very excited. And he's like, why? And I was like, why? And I was like, cause it's gonna make things easier on the customers. And he's like, good. And I was like being really legit about it. And I was like, it's gonna make things easier. I was like, not only for the customer, but for, you know, everyone involved. I mean, the way they have the point system now is... I really had 2 beds? Alright, but anyways, the way that they have the point system now is far better than what I've been told that it was, and it seemed a little sketchy before. But now it's, oh, I need another one. But now it's, pretty good. I don't have any wood over here, do I? But yeah, they have this bingo thing going on that I'm not sure what the prize is if your store gets the most points out of this bingo thing that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to they give you like a week or 2 weeks to get this bingo card thing done, and Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. And I got a good couple points and everything. I'm second winning in the store. I'm far behind my better, and she's doing phenomenal and fantastic, and she's had way more interactions, and I mean, she's doing fantastic. Anyways, she's a really nice person, and she's had more contact with the customers than I have, and she got to explain the program to them in better detail, and she was just doing fantastic. She's almost got the full board, the bingo board complete. I need to help some customers with the something. Damn it. I don't think I'm gonna write a poem, and I don't think I'm going to write a song, because you have to actually sing the song, and I could make a silly one, but seeing as how it's gonna be going to corporate, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. So I'm kind of thinking that I could make a little poem of it, because that one doesn't have to go to corporate. I could just say it out loud. I don't have to write it down or whatnot. But I have like 2 weeks to, think of something. What else? Other than that, I'm completing the board ever so slowly. I was doing some stuff like putting away ink. Oh, flip. Okay, so UPS, I'm gonna tell you some gossip. So UPS didn't take this one package, and I remember this this person explaining that it was a computer and everything, and they're not allowed to take anything next day air that does have a battery in it, because it will explode. It could explode on the plane, and that's a big no-no. And I did not know when I processed this thing that it was supposed to be next air. And so I just, I processed it, and then later on I noticed that this package was, it was next day air, so I moved it to the next day air pile. And I completely forgot that this person had said that it was a computer. I mean, this was like later on in the day. And I was like, did the UPS leave this behind? And they were like, I was like, oh, well, if it had if it has a battery in it, they can't do it, they can't fly it next day air. And I'm like, I was trying to think, I was like, oh, they could have just crossed out the thing, and then I went about crossing out the little box, because they were reusing a box, but they were actually sending a laptop in the box that they were reusing. So it technically did have a battery in it, and I was like, honestly, I was just trying to get the line shorter, and I was like, I did not notice that it was next day air. And she was like, she was like, they should not have processed it. they should never gave her the label knowing that there was an ion battery, and she said that it was most likely whoever was doing the whatchamacallit, fault. And I was like, I felt bad because I was like, how are we gonna get in contact with them? So now we have to wait for the general manager to come back tomorrow and look at it so that they can possibly look up the information for the people who sent it and explain that we can't take it and that they're gonna have to come back. Possibly get another, what is that called? Oh, it froze on me for a minute. Well, a second maybe. That's a glitch. That's a glitch. So they will possibly have to get another label. I have to purchase another label. They're probably trying to get it to somebody quickly and probably fudge some information so that they could get it there quickly. Not thinking that, you know, ooh, batteries go boom. I don't know if you can hear, but there's like some sort of gathering going on downstairs. That's none of my business. Glad people are being joyful. I'm so flippin' tired. Well, I walked the whole way to work. I'm gonna open this. I hope you don't mind. It's A&W cream soda. I can't even flippin' open it. There we go. Very cream soda-y. It's non-caffeinated. I'm gonna give myself a sugar high and then crash hardcore. I'm serious. I'm gonna crash really, really, really bad. I'll probably even be drooling on my pillow. Might just happen. Especially if I fall asleep on my stomach. I don't drool often. When there's something delicious. I have caught myself, cause like, okay, you know how like you're about to take a bite and then like a little dribble comes down and is like, or like you bite into something and like a little spit like thing. Yeah, I've done that. I have. I'm not ashamed. Body's like over salivating. It's like, flip, this is gonna be fantastic. Anticipation. And like, yeah, so sometimes talking about food, I'll over salivate. I want some flippin' chili cheese fries. I still want some chili cheese fries. I don't know why I keep trying to put F in front of the chili part. Chili. Oh, excuse me. My stomach's making a lot of weird noises. First it's growling, then it's going. What the hell? I own it whenever I flip and, you know, but my stomach's still making weird noises. I am hungry, but I'm not gonna eat. It's too late to eat. Oh. So, I did have these Raisinets earlier. Got to work and they had some Raisinets. I was like, flip. Alright. Raisinets are chocolate covered raisins, if you didn't know. I didn't know. I thought there could be something else with it. It's milk chocolate over milk chocolate over raisins. They were pretty damn delicious. Three's still good. They're right here. Oh, I could put these back. Well, I'll put these away before I oopsie. I'm sorry, I just realized something. No, it's not something to share. I just had one of those moments like, oh damn, that's weird. I do drink like that. Well, no, okay. So, I think I drink out of a can weird. Now that I'm thinking about it. Well, I'm trying to make a list of disclaimers. You know how, like, you know, products and everything, you get a nice little list of pros and cons. Instead of, like, somebody, like, getting surprised by, like, ooh, what? You never told me that. I normally tell people certain things, and I'm thinking of making, like, a little list. And, like, if you can get past this list, and this list does not bother you, then, yeah, sure. It's kind of thing. It's a weird kind of thing, but it's a kind of thing. Well, I guess it's kind of a no-nonsense kind of point kind of thing. I don't know. Whoops. Oh, cool, chill. Trying to think of things to talk about. Oh, I had a customer not want any help at all trying to do a return. She was like, oh, I'm on my way to this place. And from what others, I have no idea how to get anywhere in this area. I don't know where anything is. But I was told to tell people that the nearest UPS store were in these 2 locations, and from other people's perspectives, that is way out of the way, and it's quite the distance of a drive. Well, this female who was on her phone with her dad, she was like, hold on, Dad, I have to get this lady to scan this this QR code, and she's like, just hold on, and I was like, I can scan as long as it doesn't have the UPS store above it, because we can't access their database, because we're a third-party affiliate. We can take their drop-offs, but we can't access their database. We can't technically create a label or print, like we can print the label out if they email the their shipping label that they have either purchased or got through the UPS store at the place of business. We can email it, and well, they can email it to us, and then we can process it from there. Print it out, and then put it in a sleeve, and stick that sleeve to the package, and then scan it in. It creates a log or a manifest. And at the end of the day, we have to print that manifest out so that a UPS driver can look at it and sign to verify that's, they have all those packages. And we staple it together and put it in our logs. Keeps everything peachy keen. So she did not want to restart the return process again, and she was just like, no. She's like, I'm going to this place, and she walked off, and I was like, okay. I was like, was that just someone who really wanted to go to this town, or what? Kind of seemed a little suspicious, like she, really wanted to go there. I don't know. I don't know what's in this town that most people don't want to go to because it's such a far distance. But she seemed like she wanted to go. Maybe she was just looking for an excuse to do it. I've seen weirder things. I had someone bring in someone else's wallet, and they were mailing their wallet to them. And I was like, wow. I was like, that's really nice. That's like really, really nice. And he spent like $19 mailing her wallet to her. It's like, and he even paid for the signature thing. I was like, damn, that's really, really nice. Not everybody would do that. They would, you know, like, hey, he was a tourist, from what he was saying. A tourist had come down and left, like, gone to their restaurant, left their wallet at the thing, and their last night they had been there, they forgot it, and they were like, oh, I'm already, you know, back home, and she asked if they could mail it, and I was like, that is so flippin' sweet. I was like, damn, that is awesome. It's like, not everyone would do that, they'd just toss it. But he said that there were like credit cards and stuff in there, and that she was thankful, and I was like, hell yeah. I was like, dude, I'd imagine so. Oh, excuse me. I'm like passing out right now. I think it's trying to think. I don't know why I'm tired. I worked hard. I worked really hard and walked a good distance. 8 miles and some change. Flippin' nice, dude. I am glad that my bike is back. They brought my bike back with me. So they're so nice. This girlfriend and boyfriend combo. I mean, dude, they're so sweet to each other. I mean, I don't want their relationship, but I do like that they're, you know, sweet to each other and they're playful to each other, and I'm just like, dude, if I could just find my fave, just... Sorry, I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm gonna sit here and pine over something that probably never will exist, never has existed, and yeah. Then I'm gonna work myself up and go, it's never gonna happen. Where? Excuse me. Well, you know, you gotta bring yourself back down to reality. It's okay, so it's most of the time people are like attracted by infatuation, okay? They're attracted just because of the way people look, and they go through the infatuation. But anyways, they're infatuated. I don't know how to say that. Anyways, they like someone based on the outside, the superficial things, and then once they start understanding their personality, their tics, their, oh, I don't like this, or I like this, but I don't like that, you know, and it dwindles down. I've seen it happen so many times. People get into these like strong relationships where they're just all about the outside, and they're not they don't care anything about the inside, and then they get married, and then they find out whenever they're living together that they're really get on each other's nerves. No, I'm not speaking from experience. I've seen a few relationships, let's say, hit the fan. Not a good fan. Like a fan that, a saw fan. Like, we'll just say they hit the wood chipper and they got messy and maybe even violent, and they just weren't right for each other, and then they became toxic, okay? I've seen quite a few relationships do that. I don't stay around when it gets toxic. I know, 13 years of being abused and stuff, it does something to you. So my first marriage, 13 years, okay? It was abusive, verbally, it was all three abusive. It was not good. And I dealt with it, because I was taught that marriage was final, and you had to be with the person you married, all this other good stuff, you know, about damnation and stupid crap. Just stupidest crap ever. That you were a whore if you were with anyone other than the person you married, and blah 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 blah. And a lot of psychologically damaging crap. Even though it was more psychologically damaging to be with that person than it would have to been called some of that other crap. You know. But anyways. And yet, I'm still a flippin' hopeless romantic. I don't understand it myself. So, I watch anime. I read books. And I watch movies. Surrounded by the aspect of romantic comedy. People who, you know, they meet each other and then they fall in love and blah blah blah. These aren't my, what is this, my examples as of why people, okay, so the examples I was mentioning before are actually real people that I have met, I have seen, and I have watched their relationships blossom and then go crazy. And it was because they didn't want to talk about things, and then they just wanted to attack one another. And it wasn't fun to see. It wasn't fun to be around. And I lost a good portion of a lot of friends because it just, you know, people tend to blame things on people, but I was only blamed maybe 4 times out of all of the other people that I and it was like one of the blaming was because I never took sides, and I was like, please don't bring me into this relationship. And they were like, oh no, you're already in this relationship, and blah blah blah, you've been here since the beginning. I never introduced anyone to one another, but I was accused of introducing someone to someone else, and I was like, what? I was like, no, you introduced me to your boyfriend. I was like, I didn't even know he existed until then. They were like, no, you introduced me to him, and I was like, no. And it was crazy, and I was like, I don't think this relationship is worth it. If like a friendship is worth it, if they're gonna sit there and manipulate themselves into thinking that I introduced them whenever it was the other way around. She found him and then introduced me to him because this was the love of her life and she wanted me to meet him because he was fantastic and all this other good stuff. And I was like, I was happy to meet him. He was smart. But then, you know, it got to the point where, you know, oh, he wants to do this, he wants to do that. And I was just like, okay. Damn, did that take off my flip? So, you know, having friends, they'll sit there and vent, and the venting ended up getting to the point where I was like, do you still want to be in that relationship? It doesn't sound healthy. I mean, like, I was like, I'm not gonna sit there and say anything bad about him or you or whatever, but you need to know what is actually good for you. And she ended up blaming me for her relationship, and I supposedly egged her on to stay in it, and I was like, that she should have just ended it, but she listened to me, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, when did I sit there and say that you should stay in this relationship if you weren't happy? I never said that. I asked her if this was what she wanted, and I was like, I'm not gonna say anything bad about either one. But I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this friendship. If I'm gonna be like the one that keeps getting blamed for bad choices, I'm good. I'm good. I'm done. I don't want. So I don't want to say it mean like I dropped her, but I was just like, yeah, I'm good. I stopped talking to her. I didn't want to spend any time with her because, you know, obviously when you get blamed for things that you didn't do. Yep. So. See if I can drop some of this off. Oh yeah, I definitely drop some of that off. Okay, so I'm considering getting more of this. Definitely need more of that. Should be enough. Drop some of this. So I have watched, I don't want to say empires, but I have watched relationships rise and fall like the tide, and I know a little bit about things that people do like and a little bit about things that people don't like. I'm not gonna sit here and give you expert advice, but I do know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And still, I'm a hopeless romantic. So, if you don't base a relationship off of all the aspects. Like, if you aren't attracted to that person, you're not going to one day become attracted to that person. However, I am only attracted to people's personalities. I think they call it sapien, I don't know, something about being attracted to intelligence, and I'm like, okay, I can dig it. But, I do find intelligence very nice. Most people think I am, well, one, stupid, or like, two, I am pretty much uneducated in a lot of different ways, because my schooling was massively limited, and my vocabulary could use a shine, a polish and a shine. I don't have vanity like other people, as I'm sitting here streaming. Ooh, flashy. But the best you can do is my face is gonna be clean. I'm gonna maybe smell if I've walked to work. I wear deodorant. I wear some body spray stuff. I try to fit in, I guess, social norms and whatnot. I bathe when I need to. Wish I had a bathtub, but I'd soak every flippin' night for like 2 hours. I love bathtubs. Yes, I love stewing in my bath water, okay? I'm not ashamed of myself. I'm not, what is it called? I don't have body dysmorphia. I just don't believe that people should show that kind of stuff to each other unless they're in an intimate relationship. And most of the time I can't really show too much because the sun's always out. So it's either burn and feel horrible, or not. I choose the not. So oh, one more. Like, I really want to make that labyrinth thing out of these flippin' bricks. I feel like I'm going to make a labyrinth area. It's gonna be so awful. Gonna get lost. It's gonna be bad. I have not taken off my socks and they feel flippin' wet. I sweat so damn bad, especially with 3 pairs of socks on, because it's cold on the way to work and I don't want to get frostbite. It was like 10, 11 degrees this morning, and then by the time I got down the hill, it was like 20. It was interesting. I think it was 16. Because it started off as 11, and then it warmed up to 16, and then it got up to, by the time I was down the mountain, I was getting things that were saying that it was like 25 and then 26. The sun was out. It was warming up pretty quickly. But I when I got in that nice warm store and everything and running around. 3 pairs of socks, you kind of sweat. And I'm sitting here stewing in it. I should probably take them off, but I'm not. I'm gonna wait till 9 o'clock and then I'm gonna take it off. Sitting here saying like I settled. I flippin' settled, and did I? Or was I tricked and then was like, oh, this is too late. It's too late, I'm married. I have a problem with like people coming and like pretending that they're something that they're not, okay? And then me, you know, falling for them because they're sweet and charming and nice like anyone else would, okay? And then come find out that they were really acting that way, and the mask fell, and they weren't sweet, they weren't kind, you know. So that happened. Oh my goodness, one of them was a flippin' flake. A super flake. What that means is that they would say they were gonna do something and then bail on you. I mean, wait till the last minute, bail on you, and then call you 2 days later and say, oh, I'm sorry that, I couldn't call or text, you know, for these 2 days, and I had you worried because you didn't know whether or not I was alive or dead, and blah, 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 and I kinda had a feeling he was alive whenever, you know, you saw him on, like, PlayStation, and then he would sign out all of a sudden. Yeah. Here's the flakes. But we meet all kind of people. They give us little lessons on what we do and don't like, what we're willing to deal with and what we shouldn't deal with at all, obviously, because why else the hell would they be interacting with us? And if you look at it like it's a lesson, it's a whole hell of a lot less painful. Well, it is, you know. And when you get stuck in learning the same lesson over and over and over again, even though you're doing everything different, you know, you're vetting properly, you're, you know, talking about what you like and what you don't like right off the bat, so there's no confusion, no, you know, well, I thought you would get into it, or I thought you would eventually like to eat this types of food, even though you said you hate them. It's like weird things like that. It's like, how, wait, what? You know? But, you know, people are weird, people are odd, and people are gonna find all kinds of crazy things to make believe sometimes. I don't know how people's taste, you know, for food is going to change just because they're in a relationship. Just weird. So I was told once that I would grow out of not liking hot dogs. I don't know how one grows out of something that they really, really don't like the taste of. And this wasn't, I mean, technically they were an adult at the time, but this was my first ex. He said that I would grow out of not liking hot dogs. Did not make sense to me either. I've met a lot of weird people. Oh, I got myself, I already said this, I did get myself some glasses, they're on the way. Trying to think of what else I forgot to talk about. Oh damn. Did it really? Damn. Those look totally different than the ones I made. Well, that I have. Curious. So they turn into another, type of brick? I mean, it says cobblestone deep slate, right? What would be that then? If I put the cobblestone deep slate down and it's not matching up with that because it looks totally different now. What is it with not being broken down, I guess? Oh, there was a problem at print today, and I had to help hold this laminator that never used to move around before, but now it does. I was very helpful. I was just keeping the machine steady, but I was told I was very helpful. Alrighty, it is 9 o'clock. I need to get ready for bed tomorrow. We found 3 diamonds. Yay. Have you finished your homework? No, I haven't. I don't have any homework. Maybe my pop is homework. I need to finish that can. Alright, regional resources. No idea. Alrighty, so anyways, have a good one.